Welcome back, everybody, to the third episode of Robomania. I hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. Let me know in the comments below exactly how you guys are feeling, because we got a freaking awesome episode coming up. We got 16 more robots going head-to-head against each other, and we're going to get 8 more winners and 8 more losers in this episode. We are halfway done with the first round, so let's jump right into it and get into our first match. Let's jump into this episode. Let's get the first match going underway. We got an awesome fight. It is number 7 Razorback up against number 10 overall Fangs. Razorback is similar to HammerHead, same design, same everything. However, it's a slower version of HammerHead made by the same person. However, Razorback is just a slower and less efficient robot compared to HammerHead. However, it is a really good robot. That spinning blade, once it gets up to full potential, it will do a lot of damage, but like I said, it's pretty slow. And it's going up against the number 10 overall Fangs. Fangs is a unique design. It has a couple of little spikes in the front in a fang formation, and it's a pretty decent robot. All it does is ram into it. Nothing moves on that robot, but it does also have exposed wheels, so look out for that. You don't want to see any wheels flying. Let's go into this match. Let the match begin. Razorback versus Fangs, and Fangs goes instantly to Razorback, and Razorback needs to get that spinning blade going. I don't know why it's going pretty slow. It could go a lot faster than that. And Fangs is just, there we go. There's the Razorback speed. But I don't know how this one's going to go out. End up. We got one of the teeth already off of Fangs, and if many more teeth come off, there goes this hammer off of Razorback. That's going to be an interesting thing to see happen right there. Now that's taken out of the velocity of that spinning blade, so it will not spin up to full potential anymore. It will be a wobbly type of spinner. Now Fangs is on the attack right now, and there we go. As you can see, it's kind of a wobble that's added to that spin. It cannot spin right because it is missing one of the 3 hammers on top of it for Razorback. We got just about 2 minutes remaining, and the spinning blade should be released pretty soon. There it is, and we got a big hit on the back of Fangs. Fangs decided to back up into it, and I think it's trying to push it into the spinning blade right now. If it can hit it into the spinning blade, that will be very, very deathly. And I don't know if Razorback will actually survive that. It's getting very close. Super close to it. I don't know if it could actually go in. Getting it close again. Almost there. But not. It can't get it. It cannot get it. Trying again. Hits it. There we go. There goes something off of Razorback. I think it was one of the protective barriers of the wheels that comes off of Razorback. Fangs is in control right now. The damage dealt, however, Razorback is in lead of that right now due to the backside of Fangs being so dented and everything like that. The chassis isn't looking good for Fangs, but this is an interesting fight. Fangs is in complete control right now. It's backing up. It's pushing everything. So this is going to be an interesting fight to see how it turns out. The flippers have been activated, so if anybody gets close to a flipper, neither of these robots can self-right, so if they get flipped, it is over. We got just about 45 seconds left in this match, and this is a pretty decent match, I'm going to be honest here. Both of these robots are staying still. I think somebody's stuck right now. I'm not sure who it is. It might be Fangs who's getting stuck, but I think they're both moving now, and Fangs is taking a lot of damage in this last minute of this fight. This is going to be an interesting, if it were to go down to a judge's decision, I don't know who would lean towards. I think it would be another 2-1 vote. But this is a pretty close match. Fangs backs up. You want to go head on against... Uh-oh. He's on the flipper. He gets flipped. And he's upside down. With 11 seconds left. That might be the end of the match. He can't move right now. There is 11 seconds left. This might be going down to a judge's decision, or it might be an immobilization. Let's go to the judges and see how this one ends. And the judge's decision is in. However, it wasn't a judge's decision. Looking back at the tape, Fangs was flipped over with 11 seconds remaining, and it was done moving when 11 seconds was still on the clock. Therefore, Fangs has been immobilized before the match even ended. meaning Razorback will progress on into the next match because Fangs was immobilized. Congratulations to Razorback and commiserations to Fangs. And with that, Razorback moves on into the next round to fight the number 2 overall Coal Miner. Coal Miner defeating Heartbreaker in the first round. Looked like it was a very dominant robot, so this is going to be an interesting fight. We got 2 spinners going up against each other in future episode. And for our next match, we got 2 Season 1 returning robots coming in, clashing together. We got Revenge, a semi-upgraded version of Revenge. I uploaded a video. The last Robot Arena 2 episode was upgrading Revenge, so look forward to that fight. It's a spinning robot, has 2 axes on the front now, pretty deadly robot, and it's going up against Alarm. Alarm is a pretty decent robot. The piston on the front is very deathly. However, if it gets flipped, that robot is done. So let's jump right into this match. We got the number 4 Revenge against number 12 Alarm. Yeah, that's the name of Alarm. Let's go. And instantly, Alarm goes straight towards that spinning blade, and it knocks it off instantly. Oh my goodness, Alarm is in control. Alarm is in complete control. It does not want to be ranked as low as 12. It wants to prove a point in this match. It wants to win, flipping over Revenge. Wow, what an upset already. This is crazy. Alarm is doing so much work to Revenge right now. Revenge can't do anything. It's flipped upside down. It can't work upside down. But Alarm just wants to keep going at it. It wants to keep attacking. It wants to make a point that it deserves to be in this tournament. It's such a small robot. It's a very small robot, and it doesn't have any weapons besides that 1 piston. It is being counted out now. That's enough. Hit off a wheel and call it a day. Alarm surprising everybody today. Revenge was doing so good in the qualification rounds, and Alarm wasn't doing very well. And today, we just saw the biggest upset so far of the tournament. We got Alarm proving a huge point, stepping its foot down, asserting dominance. Alarm progresses on into the next round by KO. And for our next match, we got the number 5 Fish Power up against the number 11 Flame Chopper. This is going to be an interesting fight. Fish Power premiered on Banter Wars. As you see, there's a couple clips from now from Banter Wars. It was a pretty deadly robot in that tournament, and it is going up against one of the surprises of Season 1, Flame Chopper. Flame Chopper progressed on, I think, pretty far, a couple rounds into the tournament. I think it lost just by an inch. But this is going to be a pretty interesting fight. Let's go on. We got the match. 3, 2, 1. Let it begin. Fish Power versus Flame Chopper. And Fish Power instantly flips Flame Chopper as Flame Chopper gets onto the chassis. And again, but it can self-right itself. So watch out for that. Watch out for that. There's going to be a lot of damage done to the chassis of Fish Power. But I don't know how it's going to work. Another flip and Flame Chopper is back on its wheels. Another flip, it's flipping a lot, and there we go again, back on its wheels. However, it is not giving up. Flame Chopper really wants to assert a point, and now Flame Chopper's underneath the flippers of Fish Power, but its weapon is also stuck, so this is going to be an interesting thing to see happen. I'm not sure if they could ever get unstuck from this, actually, so unless one of them breaks. So this is going to be a pretty interesting fight. Flame Chopper needs to back out, and it's kind of doing that. Somebody's being counted out. I don't know what's happening here. We got 2 minutes remaining, and they're still stuck. This is gonna be an interesting fight to see progress. I think they're still gonna be stuck at the end of the 3 minutes. Flame Chopper's trying to get out. Gaminsoy is not letting go though. His name was Gaminsoy before. It is Fish Power now, however. Can they get unstuck is the true question. The flippers are going to be activated in 30 seconds, so if they're still in that position, they will be unstuck. I promise, they will be unstuck after that. Flame Chopper's still trying to get out, almost getting out, but not quite. 20 seconds left. Both robots can self-right each other. So that's the good thing. If they get flipped by this arena flipper, it is not over. They can both upright, and they can both get back into the fight. We got 6 seconds until the flippers are activated. 3 seconds. 2, 1. The flippers. This match is apparently over. Fish Power won. They were stuck on each other for such a long time. I think that Flame Chopper stopped moving. In all of that, Fish Power progresses on into the next round because they got stuck on each other, and Fish Power moved on into the next round by immobilizing the one weapon and wheels of Flame Chopper by just holding on to it. Congratulations to Fish Power. And for our next match, we got a pretty decent one. This is going to be the number 4 overall Undertaker 2 versus Doomsday, number 12 overall. Now, Undertaker had to do a little bit of downgrading to qualify for this tournament from last season. Premiered in Season 2, went pretty far, went into the playoffs, and I think lost in the semifinals or something like that. But now we got Undertaker, pretty deadly robot, going up against Doomsday, which is the first appearance of Doomsday. It has 2 pincers on top of it, and it hits down. However, it's a super slow robot. Not 100% sure how this one's going to turn out. There's only one way to find out. Let's let this match begin. 3, 2, 1. The match has begun. Doomsday just stays still. It's a very slow robot, remember. And Undertaker is trying to get those spinning blades to work. And once that spinning blade activates, it is a deadly robot. But if it's just sitting there like that, it is not going to be a great robot. I'm not sure how this one... I think it's trying to get that front right wheel out of the way. I think the front right wheel is the turning for Doomsday. Now Doomsday is getting a couple of hits on the back of Undertaker, and Undertaker seems stuck right now. Undertaker can't do anything. It's stuck against the wall and Doomsday. And Undertaker is being counted out also. I'm not sure what's happening. A wheel comes off of Doomsday, however. This one is going to be an interesting fight. There goes the spinning blade. Instantly gets stopped by the wall, however. This is going to be a crazy ending. Somebody's smoking. I think that's Undertaker. And Undertaker's taking a lot of damage. It's over. Undertaker has lost. It was pinned up against the wall of the spinning blade, and it could not last that 1 minute in order for the wall to be put down, for the spinning blade to be activated. Doomsday, winner by knockout. And with that, the number 4 seed Undertaker has been dethroned. Doomsday, the number 12 seed, will progress on into the next round against the number 5 Fish Power, which just won in a controversial win. Let's move on into the next game. And our next fight is going to be between the number 3 overall Boxer versus IRH. The Boxer is making its first appearance since Season 1 into Season 3, and it had a little bit of an upgrade. This is going to be an interesting robot to watch throughout this tournament. It has protective barriers around the pistons, which are the arms for the Boxer, and I'm moving around in my seat like I just don't care right now because the Boxer is a deadly robot. It is going up against IRH. IRH is a simple design. It is a flipper, yet a hammer at the same time. If you get underneath that flipper, the hammer will also smash down on top of the other robot. 3, 2, 1, let the match begin. Boxer versus IRH. This is going to be an interesting fight. IRH immediately tries to get those pistons out of the way, but Boxer is just punching it. It is punching it out of his way. I think the Boxer is going to go very far in this tournament, and IRH has taken a lot of damage already. Flipped on its side and almost on its back. It's on its side. This match is already over. It's already over. 20 seconds in. The Boxer wins. Amazing fight. The Boxer immediately destroys IRH and progresses on into the next round. And our next match is going to be between the number 6 overall Eye Poker versus the number 13 overall Forky. Eye Poker is a simple robot. It can work upside down and overall, just on its regular side. But it also has the 2 pokers on the front to poke the other robot's eyes out pretty much. And it's going up against Forky. Forky is a robot that only works on one side and it flips other robots over. Now, I don't think it's going to be very effective in this fight, however, because Eye Poker can work in both ways. Let's see how this match turns out. I'm saying Eye Poker is going to win this one by a landslide, but let's see how this one ends. Eye Poker versus Forky. Forky is starting to flip over Eye Poker, but doesn't quite get it. Trying to get underneath of the chassis, and flips him over on his side. If he is flipped on his side, he can't do nothing about it. It's game over if Eye Poker is on its side right now. Getting counted out. Eye Poker needs to move. Well, I was completely wrong about this. I am sorry, Forky. You are a great robot. Game's over. iPoker loses by immobilization because Forky flipped it up on its side. That was something I did not see coming. Forky progresses on into the next round. And this next match is going to be a pretty interesting one. We got the number 5 overall Ripblade, which has appeared in Season 1, up against Phantom, the number 11 overall robot. And this is going to be an interesting fight overall. Ripblade is an amazing robot. Premiered in Season 1. It didn't do quite well. It was just a robot that easily could get destroyed. The pieces just fell off right in front of it. But it has been upgraded. This robot is deadly now. Look out for Ripblade, guys. And it's going up against Phantom. Phantom is a ghost-like robot. The robot it took over after was Ghost Hammer from Season 2. Phantom is just an downgraded robot of Ghost Hammer, and it has 2 pincers on the top of the hammer. Let's get into this fight. 3, 2, 1, Ripblade versus Phantom. 3 minutes automatically. Start, and we are getting into this match. Ooh, Phantom comes down with a big hit onto the spinning blade of Ripblade. Ripblade needs to get that wheel, off of Phantom. And another hit comes down from Phantom. I don't know what it's hitting right now, but I see sparks coming off. That's never good. And I see smoke now. I see smoke. That's not good for Ripblade. Ripblade needs to be an aggressive robot. It can't go up against the hammer of Phantom. Phantom has stopped moving, however. Phantom has stopped moving, but the hammer still works. The hammer still works. And there goes the hammer of Phantom. Ripblade survived the hammer attacks just to break it off. That was the strategy of Ripblade going into this match. We got about 2 minutes remaining. The spinner disc should be coming down fairly soon. And now Phantom's pitted up against kind of the corner. And Ripblade just needs to hit off a couple of items from Phantom. Needs to get those wheels off. Oh, Phantom almost tipped over by the blade. The blade has taken a lot of damage. The motor as well for the spinning blade. So I don't know if it's at full capacity right now. So this might be kind of a slow fight towards the end. Both robots' batteries are running low because of how much damage has been dealt to one another. This might go down to a judge's decision, but it is going to be leaning towards another robot, one of the Ripblade at least, because of how much damage that has been done to Phantom. Now the other part of the hammer of Phantom has fallen off from the blade of Ripblade. And now they are kind of just chilling. Oh, there goes a big hit from Ripblade on the left side wheel of Phantom. The wheel's still on though, however. And the flippers are activated right now. So look out for that. If any of the robots do happen to get onto the spinning or the flipper, it will be flipped. And neither robot can self-right themselves if flipped. Phantom's getting awfully close to the flipper, but just manages to get out of the way. And Phantom is taking a beating in this fight. There is a beating happening on Phantom right now. Maybe another big hit from Ripblade. The spinning blade is just not moving at full capacity. It's smoking. It's not working at full potential. We got about 30 seconds remaining in this one. And I think this one's going to be a pretty easy fight to decide. Unless something crazy happens in this final 20 seconds, this is going to be a fairly easy decision by the judges in my opinion. But let's see how this one turns out. We got the final 10 seconds, and Ripblade is getting close to the flipper. They're both on the flipper, but the flipper does not activate. That is interesting. That is very interesting. 3 seconds left, and this match is over. The match has ended. This one is going to a judge's decision. And the judge's decision is in. This was a unanimous vote for Ripblade to progress on into the next round. Phantom just did not have the amount of power or strength or damage to progress on into the next round. Therefore, it is being decked by Ripblade, and Ripblade is moving on into the next round. And our next match is going to be between the number 4 overall versus the 12 overall. We got Project F versus Bot Roach. Project F is an awesome vertical spinning robot blade that's pretty deadly. However, it can be knocked off pretty easily. It's going up against Bot Roach. Bot Roach has really nothing to say for itself. It has just 2 pincers on the front, and that's about it. So let's move on to the fight. Project F versus Bot Roach. 3, 2, 1, let the match begin. Both robots are fairly slow, so this is going to be a pretty fight to watch. But we got Project F spinning up its blade, and once that is up to full potential, it's very deadly. However, if Bot Roach knocks off that blade, I think Bot Roach is going to progress. Ooh, a couple big hits, just push both of the robots out to the side. And Project F needs to get that spinning blade up to full potential, or it's going to be knocked off pretty soon. Alright, there's the full potential. Takes a big hit. Bot Roach has some damage on it, but that ram plate on Bot Roach is pretty big, pretty strong as well. Somebody's being counted out. I think it's Project F trying to move around, trying to get out of the count out. There goes the ram plate of Bot Roach, and now Bot Roach is in some trouble. It doesn't have any defense anymore, and now it is showing. There is a big dent on the front right corner of Bot Roach. Somebody's being counted out again. I think it's Project F. However, he is moving. Oh, there's a good hit to the side of Project F, and now on the top, Project F was sitting on top of Bot Roach doing a lot of damage. Bot Roach trying to get back into this fight. I just think it's kind of over at this point. The front right side of Bot Roach is very, very dented, and I think that's a lot. There goes a pincer of Bot Roach. Project F just needs to keep that spinning blade activated and still work. There we go. Another big hit. Project F is sitting on top of that flipper, which activates in about 20 seconds. That's going to be interesting to see if that robot stays there for that 20 seconds, if it can get flipped over. There goes a blade, a spinning blade off of the blade of the disc of Project F. That's going to make it a little lopsided. However, I think this match might be over already if it were to go to a judge's decision. There goes the other pincer of Bot Roach. And there goes the holder for one of the pincers. Bot Roach has a big dent in the front right now. And it looks like Project F doesn't want to finish its meal. It's playing with its food right now. Let's see how this one ends. We got about 40 seconds left in this match. The flippers and the spinning disc are both activated right now, so it's going to be pretty interesting. There's a big hit on Project F to Bot Roach, and one more. I think it's going to be the end of it, and it is. Bot Roach eliminated. Project F moves on into the next round by KO. So, with Project F winning in that fight, it makes Project F move on to the next round up against the number 5 overall Ripblade. That's going to be a very interesting fight to see progress on. I'm interested in that one, but we won't be able to see that for a couple of episodes from now. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Robomania Episode 3. Pretty decent episode. Well, anybody else think so? Let me know in the comments below. Who are you guys rooting for? I'm curious to know. But I will see you guys on the 4th episode of Robomania, so I'll see you guys later.